Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Jerry Jones, Cowboys incentivized to bust the budget in offseason. With a 7-9-1 season in the rearview mirror, the Cowboys head to the offseason with plenty of areas to address. From needing a new defensive coordinator to defensive personnel changes, Dallas realizes that they have a lot of work to do in front of them. And Cowboys owner and GM Jerry Jones' sense of urgency is high to compete. We want to, while Dak Prescott is playing the game and got it down the way he's got it, we want to get out here and do better than what we did this year, Jones said. So a combination of those things give us the incentive to, dare I say it, bust the budget to try to get something down now. Yes. We'll do some dramatic things. When it's all said and done, Jones' goal at the end of his career is to be the winningest owner in NFL history. My goal in life is to retire as the owner that won the most Super Bowls, Jones said. That's my goal. To be retired in the NFL as the owner that won the most Super Bowls. We've got 3. I've got work to do. The first portion of that work will come in free agency, which officially begins on March 11th. How active does Jones see the Cowboys being once it rolls around? I don't want to sound by saying we're going to be active in free agency, then disappoint and say that we weren't, Jones said. But if we have an opportunity in free agency, and if we have more than one opportunity, we're going to take advantage of the fact that we're in better shape today to play free agency than we thought we might be. And so we're going to use it. Part of that free agency pool will be devoted to their current roster as well. Cowboys CEO, co-owner Stephen Jones said that the team wants to sign running back Javonte Williams to a multi-year extension, and Dallas is prioritizing other key contributors like defensive end Jadeveon Clowney and wide receiver George Pickens. The Cowboys traded a third-round pick to acquire Pickens from the Steelers before the season. While there was no clear answer on the team's negotiation status or plan with Pickens and his representation, it's clear Dallas wants to keep him on the team given how well he performed with Dak Prescott in the offense. At the same time, the deal was made with a contingency plan just in case. A major reason that Jones and the Cowboys are in a better position to sign external and internal players in free agency dates back to the Micah Parsons trade before the 2025 season. Jones said on Wednesday that the best is yet to come from that trade for Dallas, and it includes the extra first-round pick they'll have in the upcoming 2026 NFL Draft that was acquired from Green Bay. With the 2 first-round selections and needs all over the defense, it can be easy to assume that Dallas will use one and even both their picks on a defensive player. That may not be the case, depending on how the draft falls to them first at pick number 12. Cowboys' intentions clear on Javonte Williams' $22 million free agent decision. The Dallas Cowboys wrapped up their 2025 season at a very depressing 7-9-1, and while the issues the team dealt with were fairly obvious, good offense, terrible defense, there were undoubtedly positive signs in multiple areas. Obviously Dak Prescott in the passing game got the most attention, but the performance of running back Javonte Williams in his first year in Dallas was decidedly impressive, too. But the Cowboys have had a pattern in recent years, in which they have brought on running backs, elevated them to lead the team's ground game, then jettisoned those backs in free agency, churning through until a new bargain can be found. Dallas did that with Tony Pollard after back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, as he signed with the Titans in 2024. And last year, they let Rico Dowdle walk to the Panthers after he posted 1,079 yards the previous season. Williams topped both, going for 1,201 yards in 16 games, which helped him earn a bonus that bumped his payout for last season to $4 million. Now the question is whether the Cowboys will break with tradition and re-sign Williams in free agency, or stick with their process of scouring for bargains and paying bottom dollar to fill the running back one role. Of course, fans of the team want them to spend, but give the front office credit, their approach has worked. Still, Williams was good enough, and enough of a workhorse, to perhaps make the Cowboys change their approach on running backs. While there's no telling what, exactly, the market for Williams will be this offseason, Spotrac projects his value at 3 years and $22 million. Javonte Williams willing to stay on a lesser deal. Williams, for his part, has signaled a willingness to come back to Dallas and remain a Cowboy star, even if it means trimming some salary off his market value. That can change once negotiations become real, and once other teams get involved. Williams was the number 9 running back in the league this year in terms of yardage. Brian Schottenheimer seemed to describe one specific Cowboys defensive coordinator candidate. The Dallas Cowboys spoke to the media on Wednesday for the first time since firing Matt Eberflus. Jerry Jones was his usual self, but Brian Schottenheimer offered some clarity on what he's looking for in his next defensive coordinator. Schotty on the primary tenet he's looking for in the next Cowboys defensive coordinator. We want to find someone who's a great teacher and a great communicator, who's passionate about football, and who can take complicated information and have the ability to communicate it. That's the starting point for me. Does that sound like generic coach speak? Sure. Schottenheimer made sure to throw in several buzzwords, staying away from making any declarations about scheme and instead focusing on soft skills. Given the issues Eberflus had in implementing his scheme, which has seen success elsewhere, that makes sense. It also perfectly describes at least one coach who's been floated by many as a candidate. Jim Leonhard has been the pass game coordinator for the Broncos over the last 2 years, during which time Denver is second in EPA, dropback, and first in success rate against the pass. He was a longtime coach at his alma mater, Wisconsin, starting his career there as a defensive backs coach before rising to defensive coordinator and, later, interim head coach. Leonhard also played 3 seasons for the Jets under Rex Ryan, and Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator for all 3 seasons. Surely Schottenheimer is familiar with the type of leader and teacher that Leonhard is. For those who aren't, though, know this, Leonhard is renowned for his defensive prowess. Not only is he an X's and O's wizard, playing for Rex Ryan and starting your coaching career under Justin Wilcox and Dave Aranda will do that, but Leonhard has drawn rave reviews everywhere he's been for the way he teaches his players. Even from the beginning of his coaching career, Leonhard has had a knack for communication and teaching. His mastery of the game is rooted in his own confidence, yet Leonhard's willingness to solicit feedback from his players reflects a nuance many coaches take years to figure out.